I appreciate your loyalty. Thanks for tuning in to the channel. Look, in this episode, what I want to do is I want to talk about why I think Jake Paul just might deserve a title shot. This was an argument that we was arguing about online. Some people was for Jake Paul, some people was not for Jake Paul. Now, I'm not against Jake Paul. I don't like him or don't like him. You feel what I'm saying? But what I do notice is that people are consistently talking about Jake Paul, positive or negative. You feel what I'm saying? So listen, you might not like Jake Paul, right? Now, it may make you angry when you think about all of his antics. You may look at his resume and you kind of dismiss him. You may see his name and know his brother and just saw him develop from a child and, just looking at him as a content creator, right? Because sometimes when people think about his name, he's like a punchline. You got what I'm saying? Instead of a puncher, you feel me? But I'm going to talk about something that I think is very, very uncomfortable, especially in this boxing community. You feel what I'm saying? And they need to kind of reconcile this right here with Jake Paul. You feel what I'm saying? I think he just may need a title shot. You got what I'm saying? Not because the system of boxing is broken, but because he understands the business of boxing. You got what I'm saying? Because he's beating boxing at the game of boxing. I know you're like, what in the world I'm talking about? Okay, I'm gonna try to break it down so it's forever broke. So in 5 years, Jake Paul has gone from a YouTuber to a high profile pay-per-view headliner. Did you understand what I'm saying? He's doing numbers that most of your favorite boxers cannot do. So you can say what you want about his opponents, they being ex-NBA players and washed up MMA legends, or, kind of fading Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., you know what I'm saying? But every time Jake put them gloves up, every single time he glove up, he does what the sport of boxing desperately needs. He brings eyes to boxing. He headlines, he makes millions of dollars, and he doesn't do it alone. He boxes. And he brings some heavy hitters with him. Do you understand what I'm saying? These are great things. This is the holy trinity in boxing right now. Now, we all know boxing is like I'm going to say a political ecosystem. It's a lot of bureaucracy. It's all the politicians. This person got to know this person and that person got to know that person. I'm telling you, the guy is doing what you're supposed to do for boxing. You know what I'm saying? Now, the WBA, WBC, right? I'm hearing that they are seriously considering Jake Paul. You got what I'm saying? But not handing him a belt. I'm hearing that he's getting ready to be ranked. That's what I'm hearing. If he defeats Chavez, then guess what? He's going to get a ranking. You got what I'm saying? Because, hey, that's how the system works. He's actually fighting a boxer. Do you understand me? Listen, the reality is this. Rankings are not about who you personally like. They're about business. It's about timing. It's about beating the man in front of you. So if Jake Paul passes that test, then guess what? He enters the conversation. Point blank, period. It's nothing to argue about. You got what I'm saying? And Cesar Chavez Jr. is still a real boxer, whether he's fading or not, because I think he's fading. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people give him a lot of shit because he was like the poster child for wasted potential. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? He held a legitimate world title. And if Jake Paul beats Cesar Chavez Jr., then guess what? That's a notch on his belt. You got what I'm saying? And that resume is just building. You got what I'm saying? It's a statement. It's a statement saying that, look, I really take this serious. And I commend Jake Paul because he is doing he's helping the sport of women's boxing like we've never seen any promoter do. You got what I'm saying? MVP is doing what they supposed to do. I don't like how they be trying to downplay Clarissa Shields because she is the GOAT for real. You got what I'm saying? But MVP, they do a good job of just being there and doing what you're supposed to do by women in this sport of boxing. You got what I'm saying? So the reality is that the impact that Jake Paul has had outside of the ring, inside of the ring, it can't be denied. He is one of the best and the loudest, one of the brightest promoters in the sport of women's boxing. We have never seen an individual pop into the sport of boxing and help women. You've never seen it. You got what I'm saying? So now we got Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor. They doing a trilogy. Madison Square Garden. When I tell you that's historic, that is it's legendary. You got what I'm saying? It just adds to the resume of a great legacy, and legacy has to matter. You can hate the fighter all you want, but you cannot hate the Jake Paul effect. You understand me? So did I convince you? Oh, you're not convinced? Okay. Yeah, it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But look, Badou Jack, right? Great fighter. Badou Jack, 41 years old, fighting once every couple of years. You got what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, Jake Paul, he's fighting. He's not asking for, hey, give me this easy. No, he's trying to make money. He understands boxing is a business. But so he's using social media. He's using the business of boxing to help other boxers. What more do you want? What more do you want? Ask yourself, what do you want, and be honest. Now, I understand that most of the fighters that he fight, they just not in their prime. You got what I'm saying? But the reality is, if you like the sport of boxing, and if the goal of the sport is to see who's real, then let Jake Paul do what he do. Let him step in there and see what he made of. There are a lot of fighters right now who are climbing the rankings. You got what I'm saying? And they're not fighting, serious fighters. They're basically fighting nobodies on undercards, and nobody know about them fighting. Nobody know about the people they fighting. That's just how it is. But right now, Jake Paul is fighting under the biggest and brightest lights. And when he do it, he seemed like he's taking it serious. He's not folding. So everybody was saying, when he first came in, oh, he's pretending that he boxes. He pretending to box. He pretending to box. But he really not. He really not. He is giving fighters the biggest opportunities of their life. You feel what I'm saying? So that's my case for if Jake Paul deserves a title shot. You got what I'm saying? Because he might win. You know what I'm saying? And if he lose, good. Cool. But let him get in there. You feel what I'm saying? Let him lose like a real fighter in a real title fight on a real stage. That's how you shut down the circus. You let the ring decide. Because what did Teddy Atlas calls the ring? The chamber of truth. So let Jake Paul get into the truth chamber and we'll see what he made of. You got what I'm saying? So let me know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Give me your feedback. Do you think that Jake Paul should get a title shot, or do you think that the gatekeepers should just keep holding the gate closed and discriminating and say, you know what? No. I got these keys right here. You can't get in. Drop your thoughts in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button. And remember, this split decision. One man, one mic, all smoke. Let's go.